Father Deverin, Mr. Gomprecht, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty members, fellow alumni and table hosts, and of course members of the class of 2014, I'm very excited to have the opportunity to speak to you this morning. I've been participating in this event for the past few years since I moved back to the area, and it is one that I look forward to each year, so for me to be up here is a real honor, so thank you very much. First off, I'd like to congratulate each member of the class of 2014 on your accomplishments to date and your pending graduation. It may be difficult to see the forest from the trees as May 28th approaches, but graduating from Fordham Prep is a fantastic accomplishment. And this school is an amazing place. One I truly believe you will look back on with fond memories like your table hosts and I do. My basketball coach at West Point, Jim Cruz, used to always tell recruits and his players that playing for him was not a 4-year contract, but a lifelong relationship and commitment to each other. And that's how I think of Fordham Prep. And this event is a prime example. I'm sure there are other institutions that have similar gatherings to this breakfast, but I would put this event up against any other in regards to the willingness of the alumni to participate. And the reason for our desire to be here is very simple. We believe in you. Everyone here truly believes in the quality of the young men that Fordham Prep produces each year, because since its inception, the mission hasn't changed. There's a reason why so many Fordham Prep graduates are faculty members. There's a reason why so many Fordham Prep graduates send their sons here. There's a reason why I hope my 2 sons come here someday. We know the students are taught to stay true to the Ignatian values of being a man for others. Fordham Prep stresses the development of excellence in the whole person, and it challenges you in every facet of your life. Intellectually, religiously, socially, emotionally, and physically through its rigorous academic curriculum, focus on faith and service, and through various activities and athletics. As you should know by now, because of Fordham, college will not be the first time that you face adversity. You guys are well prepared. When I was a freshman here, like most freshmen, I felt that I was a gift to the basketball program. You're welcome, Coach Piggott. 5 foot, 6 inch, 110-pound Sean O'Keefe from Yonkers, who doesn't love to go to his left, is here to save the day. I wasn't fazed by the other 90 kids who felt the same way as I did that tried out for the team that year, because I was really good, right? However, when I found myself on the bench to start the season, logging minutes as a backup combo forward, I realized if I was going to play in the NBA like I was supposed to, I might want to work my way into the starting lineup on my freshman team. So I spent countless hours in the gym. I didn't give in, I dug in, and I found myself on the varsity my sophomore year, logging major minutes in the playoffs. My efforts ultimately led to a Division I scholarship to play for West Point and have shaped my life today. Unfortunately, when I got to West Point, I found myself in a similar predicament, being regulated to the varsity practice squad and sitting in the stands, not even on the bench, on game days my first 2 years. So I went back to what I knew from high school and recommitted myself to my basketball career and locked myself in the gym. I even had the GPA that year to prove it. It all paid off when I ran out of the tunnel at Cameron Indoor Stadium on November 23rd, 2002, as the starting point guard for the Black Knights to battle 6th-ranked Duke. My 5 points were a few dozen shy of leading us to a major upset, but I did tell a young freshman named J.J. Reddick that he was a real jerk. Because I had been challenged here and developed a work ethic, I was able to create a lifetime of memories, including playing UConn the year they won the national title and beating our arch rival Navy at Navy for the first time in 20 years, where I dunked on Navy center on TV. That was a weak plug. I'm sorry. I won't do that again, but that did happen. The thing I enjoyed most as I thought about what I wanted to say today was the opportunity to reflect on my time here at Fordham and what it has meant to me. As I reminisced, the idea of serving others really stood out. It's funny what experiences stick in your memory. At the beginning of my senior year, I'd hurt my ankle, so on game days I would go down to the university trainer and get my ankle taped, during free periods, of course. During the university's Christmas break, which for college is like 3 months now, the training staff wasn't around, so I didn't have anyone to tape my ankle. Fortunately, Mr. Bott, the dean of students at the time, offered his services. He told me to meet him in his office during 7th period, which in this case I made sure that I was free. When I got to his office, he had already cleared off his entire desk and turned it into a training table. I honestly didn't give it much thought at the time because I was a 17-year-old kid who felt like the dean of students should do this for me. But as I've gotten older, this story has really stuck with me. I couldn't tell you today who we played or if we won or how I played. But for the sake of the story, let's pretend I had 30 and hit a buzzer to beat Iona. Again, I can't recall any of the details of the game at the time that I'm sure felt like life and death. But what does stick out to this day is that the leader of the student body inconvenienced himself and went out of his way to help me when he really didn't have to. What also sticks out is that Mr. Bott wasn't a huge fan of pre-wrap, and I haven't grown all of my leg hair back. People often ask me what I miss most about my time in the military, and without hesitation, I say the people. To spend time with the men and women who raise their hand to put themselves in harm's way in defense of and for the good of our nation is a very humbling group of people to be around. I was given a great responsibility at the age of 24 to take a platoon of 40 of these men to Iraq. During my 15 months away, we fired over 3,000 artillery rounds in support of U.S. troops, many of which were offensive, and my guys were very, very accurate. The most valuable weapon at my disposal as a leader was having a serving heart, just like we have all been taught here. This mindset has paid major dividends during my time in the Army and continues to do so today with my family, in my career, and in my community. When I was in Iraq, contrary to what some of you may have heard, but most of the time it really sucked. Like big time, like it was not fun. I was 6,000 miles from home. My wife, Donnie, and newborn son, Brendan, were living in Texas. Donnie, who was also in the Army, was going to be joining me in Iraq midway through our tour, which meant our son was going to be moving to New York to live with my in-laws for 8 months. Walking the jug line didn't seem so bad. Seriously, though, whenever I'd start to feel sorry for myself, I would try and help someone else. Most of my soldiers were facing some of the same issues, and in many cases far worse than I. Truth be told, I was lucky. Brendan was only 3 weeks old when I deployed, and he only knows we were gone because we told him. There are so many families where teenagers, middle school kids, and kids old enough to know their mom and dad are going to be in harm's way, who are waiting home or who are waiting for them to return home safely. Who was I to complain? Helping others work through their problems always makes you feel better. And in a lot of ways, for me, that started here with the service projects and the commitment to others by the school. Some of you may or may not know, but Fordham Prep has changed a bit over the years. The school has been housed in various buildings. There have been additions to the current building, new courses, new sports, and new activities have all been added. The faculty has changed, but the mission has not. I recently attended my 10-year reunion, as well as the court dedication, and I was able to see some of the improvements to the school. The curriculum now has 17 AP courses, countless clubs, activities, and sports teams. There's trips to foreign lands. Truth be told, I'm not sure if I would still be able to get into this place. I've toured the science lab. There are computers like everywhere. There's a new wood floor in the gym, flat screens in the commons, and a legitimate weight room. This place is getting a little soft, isn't it, Mr. Gomprecht? Are you guys moving the Botanical Gardens train station behind the building next year? Jealousy is another thing that unifies prep alumni. Don't get me wrong, we all want the school to have the best resources to help achieve its mission going forward and to provide the best education possible. But almost as important is it affords us the opportunity as old graduates to complain about something because of how much tougher it was when we went here. Can you guys believe how easy the class of 2017 has it? Those guys are spoiled. There's one final thought that I want to share with you. Look around this room. I'm not naive enough to think you will stay in contact with everyone here because I haven't done that myself. But some of the people in this room will be in your wedding someday. Or they may be the godfather to one of your children. Or they might be your roommate. Or they might send you a care package in a war zone with some snacks, movies, and cigars. Or you might grab a drink with one of them one day when you're of age. And some of them will definitely drop everything to be there when you need them, because once again, the school has achieved its mission with yet another class. That is why this school is different. And in this case, different definitely means better. You are all meant for others. Go out into the world, make us proud, and keep in touch with the school. And if you feel lost, just help someone else, and just do the next right thing. Thank you all very much for your time, and congratulations again to the class of 2014.